What is up, y'all? My name is Cameron. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. And today we are going to be trying to catch some sheepshead. Now, sheepshead are something that I don't really target unless it is the middle of winter, but this whole summer I've been seeing them in one specific location and I've got to try and catch some. But first, we need some bait. These are fiddler crabs and they are candy for sheepshead. And today I'm going to show you how to catch them for yourself. When looking for fiddler crabs, you're looking for a sandy or marshy area like we have right here, and you're looking for these little holes. And once you find these holes, all you have to do is start digging. In the summertime, the crabs will sit a lot closer to the top of the holes, so you don't have to dig as deep. Just dig around them, shake it, and most of the times they'll come running out. I actually see one down in here. Look at that. That is a prime bait for a sheepshead. And once you have enough fiddler crabs, it's time to go fishing. But let me show y'all one little trick here. If you just take a little bit of sand and dump it in there, fill your bucket up just a little bit, these fiddler crabs will actually survive in this bucket for a couple weeks just by eating the nutrients in the sand. We probably have around 20 or 30 fiddler crabs in this bucket, which is plenty for today. So let's go catch some sheepshead. All right, y'all, it is the next morning. Got a beautiful sunrise behind us and we just pulled up to the spot. I'm going to be fishing this little rock jetty. You can take a look in the bucket right here. Our fiddler crabs are still perfectly alive and healthy. And I think we're about to get on some fish. So, for the setup today, I have a Pin Slammer 3500 paired with a Fenwick Elite 7'6" medium heavy fast action rod. This little bit heavier rod is going to be perfect for pulling those sheepshead out of the structure and yanking them away from these really sharp granite rocks down here. And then I just have that with some 20-pound line and a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. Usually I would run 20, but I'm running 30 today, just because, like I said, we are fishing next to these sharp granite rocks and 20-pound can easily get cut on them. So for the rig that we're using, I'm gonna start out with a single drop rig, which is a little circle hook. You can use really any hook you want for sheepshead, and then just a small weight on bottom to hold that fiddler crab down. My original plan was to free line these fiddler crabs and basically sight fish or sight cast to the sheepshead, but the water is super murky and I'm not gonna be able to see them. So we're just gonna take this, hook it up, grab your crab. There's tons of different ways to hook fiddler crabs. I like to just run it through the bottom on one side and out the top, kind of going through the corner of the crab. That's gonna keep him alive. He's gonna squirm around down there, hopefully attract a bite. And then all we're gonna do is basically just flip this onto the edge of those rocks. And I kind of know where they are just from coming here a bunch, but the rocks go maybe 5 or 6 feet out and then it drops down a little bit. So I'm just casting in that little drop off. And that's pretty much it, guys. There we go, first fish of the day. Tiny croaker, not at all we were after. Ultimate bait stealer right here. But I guess at least we got the skunk off. There we go. Let's grab another crab, move down a little bit, and try again. All right, crab number 2 going out. Well, there's a bite. Look at that. Fish number 2 of the day. The smallest little drum I think I may have ever caught on hook and line. Beautiful little fish. Not what we're after. I wouldn't mind catching a couple of these that are bigger. And you can see these look a lot like a sheepshead. The main difference is their fins on top. They're not spiky like a sheepshead, and they don't have the teeth. But same exact colors. I don't want to waste all my fiddler crabs because these things are like gold. So I'm just going to keep moving down until I find the quality fish I'm looking for. What has been a long time without catching anything, and I still have not caught a sheepshead, so I'm changing it up to a popping cork because I am feeling a couple small bites, but I'm not able to hook up on them, and I broke off like 10 times. So I put on the cork, and then no split shot or anything, because the crabs will sink, unlike a shrimp that just swims around on top, and then our circle hook. So just hooking it up the same way. We're gonna try this out and see. Toss this right on the other side of those rocks. Let's see if that makes a difference. Boom, there we go. Another little drum. Look how dark colored that one is. Super pretty fish here. Let's pop that circle hook out, grab another crab. Okay, I've made it to the very end of the jetty. I have 2 fiddler crabs left. That is it. I'm gonna hook one up. And hopefully we can get lucky on our last 2 crabs. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened, but that crab is gone. I didn't even see a bite. We now have 1 more crab. Be the lucky one. There we go, last bait. Try it right off the rocks. Something's biting it. Got it. Let's go. There we go. There we go, the very last crab. Stay on, please. Please. No. I have no words. That was my very last bait, and he shook off. All right, y'all. Well, it is a couple days later, and I am back with more fiddler crabs. I cannot let these sheepshead outplay me. So it is the afternoon right now, about 4 o'clock. We have a good tide movement, and we're gonna start off with the same thing that we left off with the other day. So I just have the popping cork, some 30-pound leader, and then our little hook right here. And we're gonna be hooking up these live fiddler crabs and throwing them right off the rocks. And I think we're gonna get into some. But the water is extremely muddy right now. We just had like a little thunderstorm roll through, really served the water. It's absolutely brown. You can't see anything at all. So we're just gonna be blind casting to them, and hopefully we'll hook into some. Let's grab a bait, head over to these rocks down here, and start searching for some big old sheepshead. Let's go ahead and grab a crab. Grab one right here without claws. We're just gonna hook them up the same way we were the other day. Excuse the background noise, y'all. The ferry is going by. But there we go. And then we're just gonna cast it right off the rocks. About right there. And now we just wait for that cork to go down. There we go. Oh, damn, I got something nice. Oh, big sheepshead, big sheepshead. There we go. He's up on the rocks. Let's see if we can get him. Oh, we don't have a net. First fish of the day. Let's go, y'all. There we go. Nice sheepshead right there. That's on the first bait that we just threw out. That did not take too long at all. I saw it get a couple little bites. The cork kind of popped down real quick a couple times, and then it finally just slowly went under, set the hook, and I thought it was gonna be a bait sealer, but no. It was this real nice sheepshead. Let's go ahead and pop the hook out and take a look at him. There we go, you guys. First fish of the day. The water looks awful, like we said a minute ago, but I guess the fish are here right now, so that's pretty cool. That is a big old sheepshead. We don't even have to measure it, but because it is the first fish of the day, I'm gonna go ahead and pop that hook out. He's not hooked deep at all, and we're gonna get a release on this guy, and hopefully we'll catch another one. But beautiful fish, only took maybe about 1 minute with the bait in the water. Let's get a release. He made it perfectly over those rocks. Let's grab another bait and catch another one. Okay, we've got another crab hooked up right here. We're just gonna scoot down a couple rocks. Cast right back out on the edge of them. We're gonna check the bait here. Oh, got it. Well, that's not what I expected. Tiny little croaker. Let's pop that hook out. perfect bait for a cobia. What a waste of a fiddler crab though. Grab another one, try again. And then now that we have our bait hooked up, we're just gonna cast right on the edge of the rocks, bring it back in, and then the current's going from left to right down the jetty. So we're just letting it drift, and as it drifts, we're just picking up and moving down, and eventually that's gonna run into a fish. That's all there is to it. It's just a waiting game. Dude, do I have a rock or do I have a fish? What is that? Bycatch right there. Looks like probably an old crab trap, the 2 pieces in the net. We'll pick that up and take that home when we're done here. All right, Nolan's hooked up right here. We've worked our way down the whole jetty and finally got another one. That's a nice one. Okay, let me grab him. Or let me at least grab the leader. Okay, we're working with 30-pound leader here, and we'd rather grab the leader than break the rod. So, we'll see. Oh! All I had to do was touch it. No, your hook pulled. Didn't break. Well, that's unfortunate. A little redfish here. Didn't even have time to turn on the camera. Casted right next to where Nolan just lost that sheepshead. Or where, I guess maybe my fault that we lost it, I don't know. And a little rat red, another very common catch when fishing close to the rocks. Beautiful fish though. The perfect example of a redfish here. 1 dot and a blue tail. Let's toss him back. Okay, and I think we are down to like 5 more fiddler crabs, and we've only caught 1 sheepshead, landed 1 sheepshead, and then a few little other fish. So we got to make these last few count. Okay, I just walked away from Nolan and he's on like 1 minute later. It's another nice sheepshead. Man, almost in the same area too, huh? All right, are we gonna try it again? Come on, stay on, stay on. Ah, there we go, y'all. Nice one, dude. That one's pretty too. Look at the stripes on it. Prime example of a sheepshead right there, also known as a convict fish.
There we go, nice sheepshead.
We're gonna get a measurement on it. We don't have a tape measure. Obviously this guy's an easy keeper, but we do have a measurement on the rod. So from tip of tail, that's 20 right there. So he is like right at 20 or 19.5 inches. That is an amazing fish right there. We're actually gonna bleed him out. Sheepshead are pretty bloody fish. A lot of people don't like them. They can have a fishy taste sometimes, which is kind of weird. They don't always have it, only sometimes, but if they do have it, it's super strong. So I'm gonna bleed them out. We're gonna pop them in the cooler in some ice water, and then that's gonna make a good dinner. There we go. I think we're gonna call it here. That wind has picked up like crazy, and we've worked our way all the way up and down this jetty a couple times with nothing but a few small bites. But we did catch a few sheepshead, lost a few sheepshead, but the best part is we have a keeper in the cooler to take home, so we are gonna be doing a catch and cook. We'll see y'all back at the house to show you how to clean that thing up and then hopefully make a delicious recipe. All right, so we are back at the house now. We got this one real nice sheepshead right here, and I'm gonna show you guys how to fillet it, and we're gonna do it real quick. So first thing I like to do, make my initial cut right back here, down to the belly. Make sure you don't cut that stomach, because it'll stink. All the way up to the head. And then sheepshead have this natural little pocket right here next to their fins, and it's a perfect place to put your knife. So lay them on the edge of the table here. And we're just gonna follow that up all the way to our cut in the head. Turn the knife around. Do the same thing going the other way. And then we're just gonna start making our cuts deeper and deeper. Now sheepshead do have a real big rib cage, and you can cut through it or cut over it, whatever is easiest. I'm just gonna go right over the top. finish our cut, and there we go. Look at that beautiful white meat right there. Sheepshead get a bad rap. A lot of people like to say they're real hard to clean, or they like to say that they're super bony. They're not any more bony than any other fish. They're all pretty much the same. So you can leave these, you can cook them on the half shell, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the fillet off. So lay it on the edge of your table, go down, turn your knife sideways. And they do have a little bit of a bloodline. We actually bled this guy out. Grab that skin. Perfect. And then a little bit of bones right here. You can see that dark bloodline going down the middle. You can cut that out later. But there you go. A perfect sheepshead fillet right there. Ready to be pan fried, baked, grilled, whatever you want. We'll see you in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen. We got our two beautiful sheepshead fillets right here. And we're going to be making something that I've never made before. And that is a little Mediterranean or kind of a Greek style fish wrap. So I've just got some olive oil heating up in the pan. We're gonna season up our fish. We're gonna do a little bit of garlic salt on both of them. We're gonna do it with some garlic pepper as well. Then we're gonna hit it with a little bit of cayenne, so we have a slight kick, not much, as well as some cumin. I think that's really gonna give it a good flavor. So we'll dust some of that on there, if it wants to come out. All right, and then we're gonna go straight in the pan with this. Medium-high heat on our oil. Look at that, beautiful white fish, a little bit of bloodline, but that's all right. And while that's cooking, we're going to throw together a really simple and delicious Greek salad. I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. We're gonna start by dicing up some cucumber. Then we're gonna dice up some tomato, as well as one red onion. And then we are going to throw in some olive oil, some red wine vinegar, and some lemon juice to freshen it all up. And we're gonna finish that off with some feta cheese, mix that together, and that is it. A real simple and super delicious Greek style salad that is really just gonna top it off and freshen up this whole meal. All right, the fish is done here. We've got some good color on it. It's starting to flake and fall apart. I had to cut it up so I could flip it and make sure it was cooked, but let's go ahead and make our wrap. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this delicious, real fresh Greek salad here. And we just have a spinach wrap. You can use a normal tortilla if you want, or maybe like some pita bread would be good, but I think the spinach wrap goes perfect. And then we're just gonna take our perfectly cooked fish here. Look at that. Amazing. Lay a few pieces of that on there. And sheepshead is super white and flaky, has pretty big flakes in it. Has a great texture, perfect for this kind of stuff. So lay a few pieces. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to add is some tzatziki sauce right here to top it off. So it's a little thick because it's been in the fridge, but a few dollops of that, that's gonna go perfect. And this looks good already, smells good. You can really smell the cumin. And then I said this was a wrap, but I'm not very good at wrapping them up, especially because I made this one a little bit big, so we're just gonna go for a taco. I could not wrap this at all, I'm not gonna lie. All right, we folded the top over right there. That counts as a wrap to me. Let's go ahead and give this a taste test. Looks delicious, smells good, I'm ready. This is something that's gonna be super fresh, refreshing on a hot day, and I think it's gonna go good. That is super good, you guys. Man, I've never made this before, but this is definitely gonna be one that I make pretty often. Really refreshing, just like I thought it was gonna be. It goes great with fish. I was a little concerned. This is typically something that you make with chicken or maybe ground turkey, but it goes great with the fish. Real fresh, real light, real tasty. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this thing, but I definitely recommend you guys try this one out. I also wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, like always, guys, I thank you so very much. Let me know what videos you want to see next. That's it for right now, though, and until next time, peace.